This is Dr. Fred Foy Strang, and welcome to Moment for Mission. Today I want to encourage you to celebrate what's right with the world. Do we choose to see possibilities? Do we really believe they're even there? Celebrating what's right with the world helps us recognize the possibilities and find solutions for many of the challenges that are before us. I'll talk a little bit more about these things in just a moment, but first, it's time for a Fred Foy fact. My grandmother, Pon, was a life adventurer. Her home was full of world culture artifacts from all her travels, works of global art, books, and of course the National Geographic magazine. Growing up, I just loved to look through those issues when we visited. Now, my parents didn't have a lot of money, but the one periodical that we began to receive was the Geographic. My mother still has stacks upon stacks upon stacks of the bright yellow magazines from decades past up in her attic. I think I was inspired in my own world travels, anthropological interest, and photographic hobby through this fine periodical. When we choose to celebrate what's right with the world, we become enabled to see options and opportunities, and our energies and creativity are unleashed. When we choose to celebrate what's right with the world, we're not pretending there aren't things that are seriously wrong. Of course, there are many situations that need to be fixed. There are countless societal ills that need improvement. But we are so better able to strive to tackle such tasks when we keep our attitude and mind on the things that are actually right in our lives, in the lives of others, and in this world. Now, I'm not talking about Pollyanna bright-siding or ignoring the bad stuff or hiding behind some sort of platitudes. I'm simply asserting that energy or religious faith or love, or call it whatever you want, that will augment if we add to it rather than take from it. If your mission and vision in life is to have one that is filled with energy, enthusiasm, creativity, passion, gratitude, joy, then try sailing with a little bit different tack. Celebrate what's right with the world. Dewitt Jones is an award-winning photographer. He's a speaker, he's a visionary, he's produced several inspirational films, one which bears the title, Celebrate What's Right with the World. Here's what he wrote. I thought I'd never work for the Geographic. I never thought I'd shoot for them. I began to be influenced in my vision long before I even knew I was a photographer because they had a wonderful vision. What they charged me with every time they sent me out was to celebrate what's right with the world. To celebrate what was right with the world rather than to wallow in what was wrong with it. In his film, Jones offers 8 touch points, and I want to share those with you along with a few of my comments. Jones says, look for viewing points. You've likely heard folks say, I can't see the forest for the trees, which essentially means we're too close to a situation or a circumstance where we're not seeing the whole picture. When we feel overwhelmed, it's a good idea to seek higher ground, to make an effort to get to a different vantage point, to find a new place to look out. Often, just a change of position will dramatically change our perspective and open up new possibilities that we just couldn't see before. Dewitt encourages us, believe it and you will see it. What if we looked for what was right in a person, a situation, a circumstance, rather than tending to find the flaws and the negatives? When we have the attitude to believe in something good, then we project our vision of what is right onto it in such a way that often good things come. Jones goes on to challenge us, recognize abundance. There's always something. No matter how desolate, how bleak, how seemingly devoid of possibility, if we look with fresh eyes and attitudes, we will find the perspective that allows us to replace the sorrow of scarcity with the joy of abundance. Jones says that we should always look for possibilities. Do we really choose to see the possibilities? Do we really even believe that they're out there? When we believe that there are an abundance of possibilities just waiting to be discovered, then we engage with the power of a vision that can open us to those potentials and allow us to thrive. Dewitt proposes that you unleash your energy to fix what's wrong. You well know how much energy it takes to deal with negative people, those who complain and gripe constantly, or when we deal and dwell with the negatives of a circumstance such that we allow our mind to spin out of control in negativity to the point that we're reduced to a mass of desolation. If we replace all that negativity with a spirit of celebration of the good and the right in people and situations, then we'll discover new energy to address issues that may in fact be out of whack. Another point he makes is ride the changes. Change is inevitable. Some years ago, my grandmother passed away at 106 years of age. Can you imagine the changes she experienced and adapted to in over a century of life? She was always ready to engage and learn something new. It's all about vision. One that is open to possibilities allows us to be accepting of change. Now, maybe we're afraid of what change will do or mean for us, but in reality, change is our friend. It opens us up to new adventures. The times of most change always hold the most possibility. He goes on to challenge us. Take yourself to the edge. As we've been discovering in these Moment for Mission podcasts, the power of a mission and vision is extraordinary. Our vision transforms the way we look at the world. As we begin to trust our life or our organization's mission and vision more and more, we're able to push ourselves to the very edge of comfort and even beyond. And in doing so, we learn more of what we are doing in this world and who we are in it. Finally, Jones implores us, be your best for the world. Thoughtful folks are constantly on a search for significance. Yes, there's often also the accompanying quest for success. But when we are truly looking for opportunities to celebrate what is right, we move from trying to be the best in the world to be the best for the world. I was truly inspired when I saw this film, both from the beauty of the photographic art and the encouragement of the message. Dewitt Jones concludes, the world is an astounding place. I first saw that on the pages of the Geographic. We can now see it, if we're open to it, if we hold on to a vision that fills us with energy and takes us to our own edge and gives us the courage to soar, that allows us to celebrate what's right with the world. This is Fred Foy Strang. Thanks for joining me today on Moment for Mission. In the midst of these difficult days, I want to encourage you to take this wise counsel and begin to celebrate what's right with the world. And as you do, have a great day.